the fire while they're burning it down. And maybe it's alright living without, but it's hard for me to picture that. So I'm always looking back, holding on to a moment in time when the whole wide world wasn't going to die. It was nice to know you. I'm saying goodbye, saying goodbye, saying goodbye. Holding on to a moment in time when the whole wide world wasn't going to die. It was nice to know you. I'm saying goodbye, saying goodbye, saying goodbye. We're just trying to have our fun in a full-blown apocalypse. Showing up to Kingdom Come with a smile and a couple gifts. Could it be that I'm just dumb, trying to run from what don't exist? I wish I could bite my tongue and be done, 'cause I'm over it. I saw the blue sky fall to the ground, sit by the fire while they're burning it down. And maybe it's alright living without, but it's hard for me to picture that. So I'm always looking back, holding on to a moment in time when the whole wide world wasn't going to die. It was nice to know you. I'm saying goodbye, saying goodbye, saying goodbye. Holding on to a moment in time when the whole wide world wasn't going to die. It was nice to know you. I'm saying goodbye, saying goodbye, saying goodbye. Holding on to a moment in time when the whole wide world wasn't going to die. It was nice to know you. I'm saying goodbye, saying goodbye, saying goodbye. Holding on to a moment in time when the whole wide world wasn't going to die. It was nice to know you. I'm saying goodbye, saying goodbye, saying goodbye.
Hello.
Hello, we good? Testing.
I
1, 2,
don't
4.
know. I'm clicking yes. Oh, that's yes. Is cheese good?
Yeah, you're a big cheese fan, dude. Big
Yeah,
cheese
dude.
guy.
Well, you know, I'm a big food person. Hello, friends.
What's up,
Hello,
everyone?
Deja. Hello, Wicked. Hello, Greenie. Hello, Seth. Inky, Plague, Ari, Solomon, Fern, Novalin, aka Nariko. What's going on, guys? I want to start off by saying thanks everybody for being here. I know I had to shift the day because I had work. So thank you. Appreciate it. I appreciate you guys' flexibility. I appreciate you guys working with me. And I'm happy that you guys are all here on a different day, on a Monday version of the YouTube live stream. So thank you for being here.
Yeah, we're seeing a mixed bag. We got some new people and the usuals here. So hello, everyone.
Yeah, which is nice. It's nice. I wasn't sure. You know, we've been doing it at the same time, which is good for consistency. People could try to plan, but also people who are just beat on that day are just kind of beat. So I don't necessarily mind.
Yeah.
Having to do it a different day. Hello, Alex. Hello, Joe. This cheese pole is taking up my whole thing.
Oh, I'll end the cheese poll.
I got it. I moved it. I got it. I figured it out. Solomon, no worries. We appreciate you popping in to say hi. Thanks for hanging, and sorry you have to wake up so soon. Guys, I was just telling Nick, I'm like asleep right now. I'm a beverage goblin. I'm drinking all the beverages.
Beverage goblin, I like that.
I'm trying to uh, awake myself. I'm having a coffee right now. So, fun fact for me, at 5 o'clock, if I have a coffee, that basically means I probably won't sleep until 3 in the morning, minimum.
Amazing.
If I'm lucky. Skinny, what's up? We will get to cheese chat momentarily.
Cheese chat.
Cheese chat momentarily. But primarily, we are here for
Saying goodbye.
saying goodbye. We're here for saying goodbye. Um, yeah. So the song is out in the world. Oh Jesus, Moonlight. That Russia time zone thing is a real deal. The song is out in the world. Nick and I are super proud of this one. We really, really love it. I had a lot of people hit me up to tell me how much they like it. Alex, you're not wrong. That is true. I normally go to bed at 3 a.m. anyway, but my schedule is shifting forward because of the last couple days of work. Salman, I'm glad you like Good Time. So yeah, we're here to celebrate, and Nick and I are really proud of this one. So we wanted to thank you guys for celebrating with us. Hello, Sam. And being with us on this lovely Monday evening for us. I know it's different time for a lot of other people, maybe even different days at this point. I don't know how time works. Flat circle.
How do time work?
Flat circle, dude. Flat circle. So feel free to pop any saying goodbye questions in chat. Otherwise, we'll just kind of do what we always do. We kind of talk about the song a little bit, talk about what it means, and all that jazz.
Yeah, Brent, we also got something else that we're going to try for the first time, right?
I don't know. You tell me, Nick.
Well, we're going to do a little raffle.
Are we now?
Yeah, I think we're going to do a raffle. Win a Graves hoodie? Phantom's hoodie, I'm thinking? I don't know.
Okay.
What do you guys think? Sound good?
It's a precious item. You have to be careful.
Tis.
Sam bids $1 on the hoodie.
You gotta do your best Bob Barker impression.
Okay. Yeah, so hang out. At some point, we'll throw some hoodies around. Well, a hoodie around. And that's something we're going to try and do a little bit in the future because we do really appreciate you guys always and coming and hanging out with us. So many of you guys take so much time out of your schedule to hang with us, and we want to make sure that we are rewarding that. We're going to do it in Discord too. So yeah, stay tuned, and we will be doing that. Alex, we always just talk about cheese because people always ask what our favorite food is, and I always say cheese, and then so everyone always asks me about cheese. Yeah, Nick's camera is so good. I know I have like a normal webcam. Nick is smart with technology, so he was like, "I'm gonna do like a real camera," and I was like, "Cool." I'm not gonna do that because I'll probably mess it up, and it will be stressful for me. Everybody is entering. So cool. Curd nerd. I like that, Hector. So yeah. Everybody's in. We look like we got some raffle folks going down. Nick, what model is your camera?
I don't remember. The EXZV or something? 10?
It's a Sony, right?
Yeah. EZVX10 or something like that.
It's the E, Z, V, and X in some sort of order. We just
just type that in the Google and see what happens.
See which one pops up.
Are you looking for Nick from 8 Graves camera? This might be the result you're looking for.
Yes, Inky. I have the Omega. I think that's what that is. No, that's bad, Alex. I'm like really bad with it. Cool. So anyway, saying goodbye, right? So we talked about it a little in the Discord pre-release. Just about what the song is about. I think now that you guys have heard it, I think it's probably pretty obvious what it's about, right? It's like not. I didn't dance around that one, you know. Um, just kind of talking about how I kind of see the world going right now, and how I don't necessarily see it going in the direction that I would like it to go. And I just feel like all the time I'm just like kind of under this kind of weight of everything being so goddamn terrible. And I just really long for this period of time where um I didn't think that way all the time, that everything didn't seem like everything was going to end. Um so that's what I wrote the song about, just like longing for that feeling of that moment in time where I could walk around the world and not have to constantly think about everything bad that's going to happen. Um so yeah, that's what I wrote it all about. And thinking about all the things that I like and things that I love about the world that I don't think are going to be here much longer. Mostly a lot of natural things. Hello, Nico. Mostly a lot of natural things. Nature, animals, things like that. But also, people getting along, people having places to live. That was always cool. I liked that when that was a thing. Um, Oh, wicked. I am sorry. Yeah, narrator, you're not wrong. I think Nick and I are both a little bit of overthinkers.
Uh, a bit. That's all I
Yeah.
do. I'm a professional overthinker.
We do it in a little bit of different ways, but we definitely are both overthinkers, for sure. Solomon, I don't think we're going to remake Eye for an Eye, or it already exists. Um, No, and it's not just about being self-aware so much, Gatika. It's more like just a part of my brain that's hard to turn off, it's tricky in that way. Um, and Fern, that's exactly it, like just wanting to have that moment where you didn't have to be like stressed out and worrying about stuff all the time, you know? Oh, narrator. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was awesome. That was awesome. Thank you for sharing that with us. So yeah, that's kind of what it's about, just that longing for kind of a simpler, more stress-free, kind of simpler, you know, less worrisome time. And I think I always thought it was just something that happened because I got older, and people always say like as you get older, you'll care about different things and certain things will become more important to you. And I thought that that was kind of a product of my age, but talking to young people, it's like that a lot too, you know, which is what drives me crazy. Like, whether it's at, work when I'm doing tattoos and I'm talking to, people who are 18, 19, 20, 21, or I'm in here talking to you guys who are sometimes even a little bit younger. And it seems like it's not a product of age. I think everybody just has a very overwhelming sense of um, kind of existential dread going on. So not great, not what you want. Let's put it that way. Beverage Goblin. Um, yeah, narrator. I think that's a big part of the anger around it, right? Is like everyone's like, "Later, Solomon. See you, friend." Um, you're promised certain things. We talk about it a lot lately in America with all of the student loan forgiveness talk and stuff, where like people are kind of told do this, do that, do the other thing, and then everything will kind of be okay, and then that's not really really great. It doesn't work out the way that they're told it's supposed to, which is not awesome. Yeah, Inky, you totally can. You just have to email me and I can set you up an appointment if you're actually going to make the drive. um Tasia, who's here, has gotten tattooed by me and has another appointment coming up.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cool. Yeah, Sarah, I think I don't want to oversimplify it, but I think it's the whole cell phone thing, like everybody having access to the internet and very young. There's like I've seen like kids cartoons where they're like, "Oh, we have to take care of our planet." And then like the young kids are like, "Well, why do we have to take care of the planet?" And then adults have to be like, "Oh, cuz We're all gonna die. Not the best. So I think even children now have a little bit of a thing. And Inky, I think Ohio is, I want to say like 10 hours from us. It's not too far. Maybe a little longer. I'm not sure. But yeah, Alex too. Yeah, that's right. Alex has been tattooed by me a bunch of times. Duh. I think Alex was the one that got tattooed by me and then found the music. Tasia found the music and then got tattooed, so it was backwards.
Nice. Both directions there. It's cool.
Mm-hmm. Synergistic. Nico, what'll happen? Oh, Nick, do you want to say how the raffle works? I think whenever we pick the winner, what? Well,
I have no idea. I was thinking about that. Like maybe message one of us directly on Discord. I think it's the only real way that we can kind of track it.
Yeah.
We get direct messages on YouTube. I don't even know.
Whoever wins, we'll figure out who it is in Discord. We'll message you. Or Instagram if you're not in our Discord. I think most people here are probably in Discord.
Yeah. Can someone link the Discord? This way, if you want to try to win and you're only on YouTube, you can join us there.
And we'll just get your information and then we'll send it to you.
Figure it out. No sweat.
Yeah. Yeah, Nariko. I think that's the phone is one thing, but even like things that are supposed to be innocuous messages are still like they have that background. Like I said, like cartoons that are trying to teach you to be careful with loving nature and the world and stuff are still like, they're teaching kids like, hey, this is something you have to worry about, and not in a bad way. I think everybody has to know about what's going on to a degree, but I just feel like it's hard to avoid. It's like a weird topic to try to get around because it's so ubiquitous at this point. Yeah, Discord gang for sure. I feel like most of these things, if you're coming to a live stream, most of the time you're like in Discord hanging with us.
For sure.
Right? Oh god, guys, I need to like inject this coffee directly into my bloodstream. Okay. Yeah, Inky, I think what it also is too with younger folks, you have less time. Like when people Nick and I's age started learning about this, it was like, oh well, don't worry, as long as we take action in like the next 20 years. And when you're like, a teenager, 20 years seems like, oh well, don't worry, we have 2,000 years to fix this. For young people now, it's like, hey man, you don't understand. This has to be changed like yesterday. Like everything has to stop now. When I was a kid, it was like, oh, 20 years. That's never gonna happen. That's so far away. We'll fix it by then. And now it's like the opposite. I know, narrative. That was the thing. They always told us, not in our lifetime, not in our lifetime. I'm like, great. Now I'm gonna be like old and decrepit when the water wars start.
Oh man. We're just like that Kevin Costner movie.
No, there was too much water. We're gonna have the opposite of that.
Oh yeah. It's all salt water anyway. So
there was a kid that was in the tattoo shop last week, and he just went hiking in the Grand Canyon. They went down to the Colorado River, and he says you could see like the lines on the side of the rocks where like the water was, and now it's like you could just see like how much the river has like depleted, and there's like 5 cities that are fighting over the water rights to the Colorado River.
Oh, this is the Colorado River.
Oh yeah, it's like barely there anymore because they have no water.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's not great. You could look up videos of it, guys. It's Inky. Don't even get me started on Nestle. See, you guys are so smart. People, you guys know about stuff. Nestle's like the goddamn devil, dude. They're like, we make chocolate and steal water from people. That's what we do. But yeah, so that's kind of where it comes from. That stuff gets on top of me a lot, I try not to be that guy that's like all I talk about, but I kind of am. It's like all I talk about is how the world's gonna end in like 15 years. I'm terrible to be around. I'm convinced.
I'm convinced.
Anybody wanna jump in and say that I'm wrong?
Oh, Brendan, I
Um,
appreciate your company. I've appreciated for the last 19 years.
it is fairly true. You have spent a great deal of time around me. Nico, that's really funny. They steal water. That's why I love. Ah, all right. Bern, I'm happy you joined the Discord. Plague, I don't know. I don't know if it brings attention to anything. I think about that and people are like, oh, it's so good. You're like trying to bring attention to stuff. I've had a couple of people say it to me and I'm like, I don't think that needs any more attention. I think everybody knows that we're all like on a fast track to like human extinction. But it's just like just how I feel. So as usual, I try to write about stuff that I feel. Stuff that's on my brain, And thank you guys. You guys are very sweet. Thank you, Ari. Thank you, Nico. Hi Jess and thank you. You're delightful, but the world is death ending. It is so true. Who was saying something about back surgery? Nariko, I hope that it goes well. That's tough.
Yeah, best of luck.
Yeah, seriously, let us know how that goes. That's really, I know. I guess back surgeries are better than these. When I was young, back surgeries had like a 15% chance of success or something. They were like terrible. Apparently, they're a lot better now. And Alex, thank you. That's very sweet of you. I appreciate you. But yeah, so that's what it's all about, guys. And Nick and I talk about this stuff all the time. It's funny, we just send each other like memes or little clips of like, wow, look how terrible this thing is.
Yes, we do.
Or my favorite thing is when you'd be like, what's going on with this? When I can tell
Oh
you.
yeah, I'm like, can you just shed some light on this topic? And then I'm like, whoa, stop. Too much.
I can tell when Nick's going to be like in an argument with someone about something because he's like, all right, what's the deal with this?
Oh yeah,
And
that's
like,
true. Yeah, I also use you as a resource. I'm like, I know I can clap back with some Brent comments, so just give me that.
Dude, I'm just a clap
But
back
those
machine.
Argumentative days are way behind me. I do not engage in that anymore.
Yeah, I'm actually really tired of arguing with everybody. I kind of just tell people I don't care now. Even when I do, I'm just like, I don't know, man, I don't care. I just don't want to argue anymore.
I don't know, man. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It doesn't really seem important to me. Every once in a while, someone really gets my goat on Twitter, and then I go after him. But other than that, Nico, normally a small tattoo like that. It depends on how big you want to do it, but normally a little 9 is like my minimum's $100. Normally like $100. Oh, you have some.
Wait, Jess is in here? Did you see that Jess is in here?
Yeah. I said hi.
Oh, I didn't. What's up, Jess? How's it going?
Jess is playing Street Fighter 6 right now.
For sure.
Right now. Yeah, narrator. I think that's the biggest thing, right? Because you can also tell folks. Actually, this is a funny story. So I was at a tattoo convention this weekend, and the town I was in. It's a beach town, and they have like a boardwalk. And I was walking on the boardwalk, and there was a dude walking around with a kinkajou on his shoulder.
Can you say that one more time?
A kinkajou? Do you know what a kinkajou is?
I can't believe that this is even a word you're saying. What is it?
It's an it's an animal. It's called a kinkajou. It's also known as a honey bear.
So it's not like a weird thing.
No, it's an animal. It's
okay.
But I think it's
I was bracing myself for the worst.
No.
Some sort of weird kink Pikachu, like Cronenberg.
No. It's an animal. I don't know if they're endangered. But it's like it's not like something that a person should have. But it was 100% a kinkajou. Like I was walking with my friend Will, and he was one of my coworkers, and he was like, "What is that?" And I was like, "Oh, that's a kinkajou." And he's like, "Why do you know that?"
I mean, it's similar to what I just thought right now.
Yeah, I was like, it's a kinkajou, dude. So I was like, it's called a honey bear, blah, blah, blah. They have long tongues, and they lick bugs out of fucking cracks in wood. I knew the whole thing. I don't know why. You know how I am. I know weird shit. So,
what the fuck?
Yeah, so I saw it, and I was like, dude, I want to go ask this guy why he has, like, a kinkajou. Like, what's he doing with a honey bear? Just walking around the boardwalk with a honey bear, And he had a shirt on that had the American flag, and it said, "This is my pride flag." And I was like, I will not be talking to that guy. Like normally I'd go right up to that guy, and I'd be like, "Hey, man, cool kinkajou, shitty shirt." But I was like, I'm not going to do this. I don't need to do this right now. I'm trying to have a good day. trying to relax, hang out, and yeah. So I didn't talk to the guy. So I'm trying to learn. Yeah, trying to learn not to do that. And Yatika, sure, I'd love to help you. And if you have any questions, always feel free to message me about stuff. I've been doing it for a long time, so I have some information. Yeah, I
Yeah,
really
Greenie,
am.
that's what I thought it was. A kinkajou. I was like, a kinkajou? Where is this going?
I believe it's Kinkajou.
It's literally that. I just
Is
linked
it?
the Wikipedia image of the animal in chat.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna click on it now. Is this gonna? Am I gonna like? Yeah, yeah, yeah. What are those, dude? It was cute as shit. He's just running around with one. I was like, what the hell?
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was like, that's so random. And everyone was making fun of me because I knew exactly. They were like, what is that? And I was like, Kinkajou.
Oh, it's related
But
to a
anyway,
raccoon.
yeah, they're real cute, dude. They're real cute. They're cool as hell. I think they're endangered. I don't know.
See, everyone else thought it was a kinky Pikachu.
You got no one knew what a Kinkajou. Dude, sometimes I'm a little smart, a little bit. Not really smart, but I'm a little smart, a little bit.
Knowledgeable for sure when it comes to the animal kingdom.
Yeah. So who's asking that? Wicked asks, why do I know what that is? I watch a ton of animal shows, and I'm like really into animals. Like my next section of my life, I want to move somewhere where I could work on a farm and just hang out with animals all day. I like really love animals. That's like what I want to do. Just be around all sorts of whatever thing I can be around that's not a person.
Oh, Wicked. I'm sorry, Nightbot did that to you.
Oh
Oh, no. Hold on. Let me see if I can disable that.
Wicked got flagged.
That's the thing for the raffle. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Type it in caps again. We don't care.
Inky, I do watch a lot of animal shows. When I'm cooking or cleaning in my apartment, I put on animal shows in the background. I watch Animal Planet. I watch like all the David Attenborough documentaries. All the Netflix is like a dog shit platform. They have nothing but shitty shows. But they have those couple of nature shows they do where they have like that super 4K crazy stuff, and it's
Like Our
awesome.
Planet.
Yeah, there's one called like Night on Earth. There's like
I've seen that one. It's pretty cool.
I'm watching the what's the new one? Like the monkey, what is it? The like gorilla family show. I forget what it's called. But it's
It's like a
sick.
gorilla reality show.
Like literally, it's like Jersey Shore
Wow.
for gorillas. It's sick. It's they follow the different groups, and they're like, and Alex, yes, I
Actually
am.
sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's sick. It's they follow like the politics, and they give them all names, and they like establish a social hierarchy. It's pretty sick. They're not great, Netflix, but those couple shows, man, pretty good. Yeah. I never watched Supernatural. I've actually done Supernatural tattoos, if you could believe that. Nariko, but I've never watched it. Me and Nick aren't real big TV folks, I feel. Am I speaking for you in that, Nick? You don't really watch a lot of TV.
If I'm sick, I will binge the hell out of something. Like when I had COVID, I watched all of Breaking Bad and all of Better Call Saul and all of the movies. I was sick for like 16 days, so I had nothing else I could do.
Just banged it out. Yeah, but that's when you're in bed. So you're
Right,
like,
yeah.
well, whatever, I might as well. What else are you gonna do? I would just play video games if I could sit up. I still haven't had COVID, so I don't understand how sick you were.
Yeah, oh, dude, I've never been that sick in my entire life.
I've never had it. I don't know. I think
At least
I'm
you've not exhibited symptoms, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean, I did have an antibody test at one point, but they don't last forever, so. But The Bachelorette for monkeys. But yeah, I've never had it. The craziest thing was when my girlfriend got it and I slept in the same bed as her and I didn't get it. I was like, I'm just getting this shit. Let's do this. I was like, it's time, man. I'm tired of dodging it. And then I just slept next to her and still didn't get it.
It's crazy.
I think I'm just immune.
Could be.
They should study me. I'm like Ellie in The Last of Us.
I was just gonna make that reference. Yeah.
They need to like extract my immune cells and use them for a treatment, but I did not. I still haven't had it that I know of. Like I said. Yeah. So far, yeah, I'm a cryptid. I wish I was a cryptid. I could just hide out in the woods and not have to talk to anybody. You guys don't know who Mitch Hedberg is, right? Because you guys are mostly young. But there was a comedian that passed away. He was really funny, and he used to make a really good joke about how he doesn't think that the bad pictures and videos that people get of Bigfoot are bad. He just thinks Bigfoot is actually blurry. It's really funny. You gotta look that up. Mitch Hedberg. Yes, everyone's getting got by the Nightbot. Sorry, guys. We love you. Nightbot is just going rogue. Yeah, I know. See, I just have like a regular webcam, Inky, and Nick got like this like crazy camera. So now I look it's like Minecraft versus PS5.
It kind of is.
I'm Minecraft. And Nick is like 4K.
Yeah, let me see about Nightbot settings real quick. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, Nightbot is just jacking you guys up today. I don't know why. It wasn't like that. Kai, I'm sorry you're sick, friend. That really sucks. I'm happy that we can have a stream to cheer you up, and I hope that you feel better. Drink a lot of fluids, rest, eat some food, eat some soup. What's the Ron Swanson? You drink water, you eat a big steak, and then you put on wet socks or something? I forget it. That doesn't work though, so don't do that. It's just a joke. Wicked, I didn't know that you lived in Germany. You guys are like all over the place. It's cool.
Eight Graves road trip. Where are y'all going? Do I need to like meet up?
I was gonna say. No, do not, Hector. You're right. Ron is not.
Not only should wet socks be illegal, a single drop of moisture should also be illegal.
Oh yeah, if I'm like walking around my house, and
day ruined. Day is ruined. That thing doesn't dry. It doesn't dry normally.
I also do a thing though where like when I just get over having socks on, and wherever I am, I just take my socks off, and that's where I leave them. That's my toxic habit. Is when I'm done with socks, I'm like, it's over, and I just take them off.
Them like a snake's skin.
Literally,
just leave it.
It's like if I ever commit a crime and the police are chasing me, they'll be able to follow a trail of dirty socks to my location. It's like breadcrumbs. It's like Hansel and Gretel. We're doing good, Yehor. I don't know how to say everybody's name, and I try to say them in a way that I think would be right. So, if I mispronounce your name, I apologize. But Yehor, yes, we're doing great. Hello to you.
I like how you change your inflection on it too.
Yeah, the first time I said it, I felt like I said it in a Spanish way, and then they said hello from Ukraine, so then I changed it. See what I did there? Pretty good.
A for effort.
See that? I don't know how to speak either of those sorts of languages.
Greeny, I'm going to put you in jail. Wet socks are terrible.
Oh, come on, Greeny. First of all, wet socks are dangerous. You can get trench foot. Do you want trench foot?
You could.
You don't want trench foot. Wicked. See, good pronunciation. I did good. See that? Dude, I know stuff. So far, I have Ukrainian pronunciations. I got kinkajous. I'm firing on all cylinders. We're not talking about anything related to this song. So again, if you guys have any questions about saying goodbye or anything that you want to know, feel free to ask.
And we're back.
Yeah, otherwise, we're just going to keep talking about wet socks. We're going to be talking about all different stuff. Fern, I totally understand what you're saying, like that sensory issue. It's bad for me as a, what do they say now for people that are, a cognitive normalcy or whatever the hell?
Oh, I don't know, dude. What are you talking about?
I don't know. The opposite of neurodivergent. So for me, I guess I am, but I have ADHD, so I don't know what I am. I'm not autistic, and I can't deal with wet socks. So for folks with sensory issues, it's got to be super, super difficult. What a insane thing. Um, yeah. Neurotypical. See, that's what I was trying to think of. Just
Oh,
like a super,
neurotypical.
yeah,
That
I
rings a
don't,
bell.
dude, I don't know why. What's going on? I went from
No longer
Kinkajous
firing on
and
all cylinders.
no, I just fell apart, dude.
Down to
Completely,
a single stroke engine here.
completely fell apart. Completely. It's also because I am drinking coffee, which makes my brain work like not great. Like
What do you got? Milk in there? What do you put in your cough, dude?
I do oat milk and honey,
Oh, and honey.
bro.
Interesting.
So
Like a
so
golden coffee.
so, dude. So the coffee place by us, the small coffee place that's not so small anymore, but it's like just local to New Jersey, is called Rook, and they have awesome coffee. And they do a like a mocha cold brew with oat milk and honey, and it's like the best. It's like it's so goddamn good.
Can't go wrong with honey, man.
So now I started doing it at home.
I drink a miserable black cup of coffee every single day of my life.
Why? But you like it.
I love bitter stuff, man. I just do.
Nick is so the way that Nick and I eat could not be further apart. It's so
Dude,
funny. It's
no
so
way.
funny.
Our Thanksgivings would look much different from each
Oh my
other's.
god. Like Nick, what did you make for Thanksgiving? You're
I
like,
made a
I made
quinoa cranberry salad.
with a grilled chicken breast with just salt and pepper on it that
All
I
right,
cooked in a
seasoning. Okay, don't fight me on seasoning.
that I cooked in a
I'm
nonstick
well
pan with no
seasoned.
fat, no oil, no butter, nothing. Just
I put that shit in the oven. I put a little thyme on there, some garlic. It's good, dude.
oh my god. And I'm like, yo, I sauteed this shit in butter and then melted cheese on it.
Or not thyme. I put rosemary on there. What am I saying?
True. I use thyme too sometimes.
From time to time.
From time to time. Thyme, rosemary, garlic, salt, pepper, and paprika. Paprika. Alex, that sounds good, maple syrup in your coffee. Hector, I like regular milk better than oat milk, but sometimes it bothers my stomach. I don't know why. Every once in a while. I sometimes I'm fine and sometimes I'm not. I don't know why. Yeah, Tika, I feel like Alaska has a lot of cool stuff, but it never makes its way down here to the mainland. I want to go to Alaska really bad. If it
Hey,
wasn't so cold.
Nariko, talking about smacking when they eat. If I zone out, I definitely smack when I eat, and I'm sorry for anyone that has to be near me. I'm like,
Oh, Moonlight actually has a question about the song. Thank you. Before we just have to talk nonsense forever. What is that? That's in the first verse, right? 12:30 in a spell. Sometimes I have so I'm a shitty sleeper, like a really, really bad sleeper. I have a sleeping disorder and all kinds of reasons I don't sleep, but I don't really want to get into it. When I try to sleep and I can't, I get real weird, and sometimes I don't sleep for a long time and I get very disassociated. I'm like super loopy and out of it. And that's a good time for me to get like my intrusive thought process happening. So a lot of times if I'm laying in bed and I can't sleep, and normally it's later than 30 minutes after midnight, it's normally like more like 3:30 or 4:30. But it rhymed, so I had to use 12:30.
nice.
But that sometimes all of those thoughts kind of pour in, and then I kind of get this state where I'm like very bewildered. I'm not particularly with it. I kind of like get scrambled brain, and I'm kind of like a mess all over the place. So that's kind of what I'm talking
No good
about.
thoughts ever happen that late at night, man.
No,
It is
dude.
bleak.
No, dude, it's not great.
Yeah, this is time for me to like turn off my phone and just turn over and go to sleep.
Yeah. Wicked side for pork chops. There's two ways that I like to do pork chops. I'll do pork chops with brown gravy, and I put them on top of a little bit of mashed potatoes. You do mashed potatoes, you put the pork chop on top, put the gravy over the top. Or I do like a collard green or a Brussels sprouts with bacon, just so to tie in that pork. And then the best side to have with pork chops, hands down, is applesauce.
Oh yeah.
Dude, applesauce with pork chops is the move. And you could do mashed potatoes and applesauce, and it's then you can mix them. It's delicious. But that's the move. Applesauce is like the best pork chop.
I actually made my first ramen from scratch the other day, like totally from scratch.
You didn't make noodles.
What? No, I didn't make the noodles. No.
You made all the broth and everything now?
Yeah, I made the broth, like the stock or whatever, the broth.
I meant to send you a video. I saw a video on TikTok of how to make ramen eggs.
Well, I mean, I know how to make them. What do you mean?
How do you make them?
Well, you soft boil them first, and then you have like you can use mirin or sake and soy sauce and some other shit. I forget the actual components of it, and then you steep it in there for 6 hours.
Yeah, you marinate it. Yeah, this kid said marinate them for 4 days in soy sauce in the fridge.
Oh, the longer the better. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So you know exactly how to do it. Never mind.
Yeah,
I was
man.
like, oh, I learned something. I should share this with Nick, but you already know how to do it.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it.
Yeah. Joshua, Brussels sprouts are really good, but there's two things you got to do. You got to put a good amount of salt on them and cook them with some sort of fat to kind of get some of the bitterness out of them. I like cooking them in bacon fat, but you don't have to do that. You got to char them though. Can't let them, you don't want to just cook them. You want to get them like the outside leaves should be like brown burnt. For real.
Yeah, there's a lot of moisture in them.
Nariko, I'm sorry you're not feeling well. Again, liquids, sleep, and liquid.
Yeah, when it comes to asparagus, please chop your ends off. I don't want to be eating splinters at the end of that thing.
Come on,
Ugh.
bro. Not that woody part, bro. That ain't it. Oh, the other thing I cook Brussels sprouts in, and I'd start doing this in Texas, Nick, is the hot honey.
Oh, love it.
If you glaze Brussels sprouts with that hot honey, boy, I don't know if you guys know about hot honey. I don't know if it's everywhere or what. Do you guys know about hot honey? I don't know if y'all know about it. I know this
Song
has nothing.
discussion. What song?
I know this has nothing to do with the song. I'm talking about hot honey, but anyway, hot honey is spicy ass honey. They put like chili flake in it, and then it's delicious. I know. I'm sorry. I'm hungry too, and now that I'm smacking down coffee, so now I'm gonna be super hungry and super active. Yeah, Hector, you know it's good. Hot honey is banging. We put it on pizza in Texas. They put it on their pizza all the time, and it's like low key, kind of delicious.
So good,
right? I didn't think it was gonna be good, but it was really good. I got that arugula pizza, and then I put the hot honey on it. Alex, so that's an important part of that song. The blue sky falling to the ground, sit by the fire while they're burning it down, right? So I was really proud of that line. Talking about the blue sky falling to the ground is what we were talking about earlier about, kind of the destruction of the natural world, right? With like nature being so damaged and, people and animals struggling to find their place as we like destroy the habitats in which they live. And I thought the blue sky was a really slick way to kind of just say the natural world and, sky falling, saying like how, that natural world is kind of crumbling. And the sneaky part of that line is while they're burning it down. I don't, especially if you follow me on Twitter, I don't make any bones about it. There's a handful of rich people that are doing this, right? It's not like people like to say like people suck and wow, humans are just a plague and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, nah, humans want to fix this stuff. The overwhelming majority of people are good and want the world to be better. There's like 10 rich dudes and like 1 or 2 rich women, but it's mostly old crusty ass white dudes who know very well that they are making the world uninhabitable for everybody who is less financially fortunate than them, and they don't care. In fact, I think that they've arrived at the point for various different reasons, whether they're um, rich people that know that it won't affect them because they'll just launch themselves into space, or whether they're religious people who believe that if they destroy the world fast enough, then their savior will return to Earth faster, which is a thing I'm recently learning about, which is really terrifying. Um, but rich people are doing it, and when I say they're burning it down, and we just kind of have to sit by the fire, it's like, well, you're trying to, sitting by the fire is like a pleasurable experience, right? So you're trying to like have as much pleasure in the world as you can and enjoy your life and just have a normal, fulfilling life while a handful, no more than 50 super rich people are destroying everything for everyone. So it was a little bit of a sneaky little line that I thought was super simple, but like kind of said a lot with
I love the
motto.
imagery too that it paints. You know,
And Nick, one of my favorite things about that song, if you guys listen to where that line is, right? You'll hear in the background this.
it doesn't pick up your whistle, but yeah, it's like a firecracker, like bomb type whistle sound.
Yeah, Nick actually used a sound of like a bottle rocket and like some sort of firework and like tuned it
Yeah, it's
and
like
messed with it.
meow. Yeah,
Yeah, so when you hear that sound effect after that line, I saw the blue sky fall to the ground, pew, you hear it. And that's actually a firework sound that Nick
it was well
manipulated.
timed too. That's what happens
Oh.
when you smoke weed.
It was perfect, dude. And
Yeah,
hello, Tiger's Tail. Hello, Tiger's Tail. But really, one of my favorite, one of my favorite parts of that song is that little tiny sound effect that Nick snuck in there. I thought that was really brilliant.
yeah, it's a cool moment.
For most of the time, I kind of write the lyrics and then I kind of run them by the guys. I would run them by Nick and run them by Dwight. And then, as long as I don't do something weird, most of the time I get away with doing kind of what I want. But Nick will be like, that sticks out to me. Change that or whatever sometimes. But I have most of the.
Yeah, we usually just work out on like effectiveness and some flow sometimes, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah, yeah. And every once in a while, I do a little bit too much what I call junk words, like the and they're things that when you're speaking you have to do, but when you're singing, sometimes you can get away with leaving some of that stuff out. So
Yeah, the phrasing, you can chop those words off.
yeah, you don't need them.
The
They don't
operative
add.
stuff.
Yeah, they don't add like effectiveness, right? And Joshua, I think Everyday Oblivion kind of, it's the same thing. Um, I think with Everyday Oblivion, I think I was more in the mindset of what was happening in America at that very specific time with, our dogshit president and all that stuff. But the saying goodbye is, I think, a little bit more universal to me. I'm seeing it everywhere in the world with, we have some of our friends in here who are from Ukraine, watching war happen there and, um, the videos and stuff that I've watched there. And then I have a number of friends that live in Costa Rica and they're experiencing some of the effects of, they're very protective of their environment in their country. The government has a ton of laws about protecting wildlife and protecting the rainforests and things there. And they're still starting to have effects of climate change, even though they're going like above and beyond to protect it. And it's frustrating to them because nature is very important to them and it's a very important part of their culture. So,
If only it was a part of our culture as well.
the only thing that's a part of our culture is money and guns. Not great. Not what you want. But yeah. Exactly, Alex. And that's the thing is it's like it becomes very frustrating, right? Alex is saying, everyone's just trying to have fun and live while the whole world is ending and it's just so, even in like therapy, like, I talk to my therapist and she'll be like, well, you just have to focus on other things. And I'm like, how? That seems really hard to do, you know? Not great. And Inky, so in Costa Rica, they're not supposed to be able to do that because every inch of beach in Costa Rica is a national park, and rich people try to block it, and they actually do get fined by the government. But of course, they're rich. And what do we say, kids? If a crime is only punishable by a fine, then it's only illegal for poor people, right? So yeah, it's not great. But anyway, exactly, Inky, you got it. You got it. No, Moonlight, that's just the lag. It would be a little jarring to do that, but it would be sometimes you want to accent a word, but tempo changes like that are always like a little jarring. Always a little jarring. But anyway, feel free to fire off more questions about the song. We've talked about a lot today. We've covered a lot of area. What do you got, Nick?
I'm trying to update the link real quick.
Oh, okay. And again, guys, we're gonna do. I guess we'll do it at the end since we're almost here. If you want to try to win a hoodie, just type !enter in the chat, and it will be entered. And whoever wins will find out a way to contact you, most likely through Discord. So make sure you're in Discord. That's probably the easiest way to do it. And we'll get with you about sending you a hoodie. To thank you guys for hanging out with us.
Yeah, well, we have more songs coming out for this year, which is pretty rad.
We do. We still have a couple more to come. So we're excited. It's been fun having all these things to hang out with you guys here and there, and all these songs to celebrate with you guys. And of course, we always appreciate all of the support and the love and the time that you give us hanging with us. Inky, we haven't really worked out the greater kinks. I think the best way to do it is going to be to probably join Discord, even if you don't want to stay. Otherwise, what you can also do is just email us. So if you don't have Discord and you don't have that other stuff, you could just pop us an email too, and we'll be able to work it out from there. It's super unofficial. We don't do the crazy stuff. We trust you guys that we're not going to get 4 emails like I won. Don't do that. Don't be that guy. Moonlight, the next song, I will say, if you want a hint, we've talked about let's just say this. We've talked about the super rich people that just kind of destroy the world. The next song is about them. How about that?
What did you say? I was reading a comment at the moment.
Moonlight asked if I wanted to hint something about maybe the other new songs. The next song is about the super rich people that we were talking about.
It is, yes.
That destroy everything.
Hey, everybody, it's the first time we're doing this, and apparently in Nightbot, if you go to a different page, it just stops the giveaway. So it cleared the list. Don't hate me. Type !enter one more time, just to make sure.
Do it again, make sure you're in. Either way, we can go back through the chat, and we can put everybody in a randomizer if need be. I promise we'll be honest. But yeah,
cool, it's filling back up.
Fern, I had like I said, I worked at convention this past weekend. That's why we had to move the stream to today. And I made a tattoo design, a piece of flash. That's a piranha plant from Mario with coming out of a flower pot. The pot says "Eat the Rich" on it, and there's a coin above it. It was pretty good.
That's awesome. I love that.
People dug it a lot. It was pretty funny. All right, cool. I think we got most of the people back in. There's 28 of you guys. You got like a 1 in 28 chance. That's like a pretty good.
Only 19 people have entered.
Inky, I have, there's my Instagram that you can follow if you want to see the stuff that I do. I think Moonlight normally pops it in, but if you just search my name on Instagram, it'll come up for sure. Sam spamming multiple alternate YouTube accounts? I don't believe you.
So many Gmail addresses.
I don't believe you. Yeah, it's like 5%. It's a pretty good chance. So Sarah, so could it be that I'm just dumb trying to run from what don't exist? One of the and then the next line is I wish I could bite my tongue and be done, right? Because I'm over it. So I talk a lot about the things that I fear for the world. And there's some people still, on the, I guess it's kind of funny because I feel like at least in America, there's one side of the political spectrum that's like the world is ending and we should do something about it. And then there's another side of the political spectrum that's kind of like, no, it's not. And I argue with those people who are like, no, it's not. Whether it's anti-vax people or folks that just think the climate change isn't real, which apparently there's still some of those holding out somehow. And I wonder, sometimes it makes me feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Because I'm like, um, how could this be possible? You know, how could it be that like there's these people that really don't believe this? I wonder if I'm just a dum dum. Um, and I'm not. Those people are, but you know what I mean. Sometimes it makes you really question, like, am I living in the real world? Especially in America, dude, because we have people that'll like, especially with political stuff, like that they'll just jump through the craziest hoops to like not be wrong when they're like 100% wrong. It's pretty
Yeah, you
pretty
can't
dumb.
change someone's mind with when they identify with something.
No, when like their belief becomes their personality, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean for sure. Exactly.
You know. But I would, and Yatika, I'm not over it, but good God, would I like to be? Because I just feel like sometimes I really harp on it. And again, it's part of that song is just about the peace and just wanting to not have that be the thing that's in the forefront of your mind at all times. You know what I mean? And Inky, it's not cult-like. There's a young man that wrote a really interesting book, and his name escapes me at the moment. I follow him on Twitter. His name's Mikel Gillette. That's what his name is. And he was raised in a cult, and he and his mother escaped. And he wrote a book about cults and what they are and how they work. And he says that the number one line between a cult and just like a religion, even though they're pretty close in all other ways most of the time, is that in a cult you're willing to die for the belief. And he argues that COVID was the line, right? Like folks that were like, no, I won't get vaccinated. I'd rather die. And a lot of whom did, right? Like didn't get vaccinated and then died from COVID. He said that was the moment where like that movement, that like extreme right wing, yeah, Sam, he plays in Airborne Toxic Event. Um, that moment where they would rather um, die than get a shot. He was like, that's when that whole movement went into being a cult, in his opinion. So interesting point. Not my point, but interesting one. Nariko, I did a whole back piece of it, Edgar Allan Poe stuff. It was pretty cool.
All right, you wanna roll this giveaway?
Yeah, dude. Are you gonna do it?
Oh, I'm gonna press the roll it button. I hope
All right,
it
everybody.
works.
If you haven't entered now.
Type
Enter
exclamation
now.
mark enter in chat. It's also pinned at the top with a link to what you could win. It is a Phantoms hoodie.
Yeah, and then we'll pick somebody. Good luck, everybody.
Yeah, I'll give it a couple seconds here.
Yeah, make sure that
Just in
everybody's in.
case.
We don't want to miss anybody. Inky, if it's any correlation to hitting enter the most times, Inky should win.
I don't have that stipulation. Oh, dude. If someone's a channel member, I can make it so they have extra luck.
Don't cheat. I feel like that's cheating.
Well, not cheating if you're a channel member.
I mean, I guess.
So make sure you hit that subscribe button. I may or may not be implementing that.
And now that we know how to do it, you know, because Boomer. Fern, that's literally it right there. Now that we know how to do it, we can do giveaways more often for you guys.
Exactly.
We appreciate you hanging with us. So
All right, I'm gonna hit it. Here we go.
Nick's going for it. I'm excited to see who wins.
The narrator has won the hoodie.
Hey.
Is the narrator still here?
Yes. What?
What?
Greenie, pay to win.
What?
Congrats, narrator.
Congratulations. I'm glad you won it.
And narrator, I'm pretty sure you said you're in Discord, right? So we can probably get in touch with you through there. Just to double check and make sure you're actually in Discord. I think you said that earlier. So we'll make sure that we get in contact with you through there, and then you know, we'll get you a hoodie. Yay! Cool.
Cool. Yeah. Make sure you message us, and we'll take care of you.
Yeah. Nick, they might not be able to DM you, so maybe look for Ryan. DM them. Sam. Oh my lord.
Yeah. Try adding us in chat. Like, just do like an @ mention.
Yeah, just
so I can
tag.
identify you, because I think I have people can't add me on Discord. I have to add them.
Yeah, I have the same thing because I have about 500 friend requests, which is I'll never go through because anxiety. So yeah, so there we go, guys. And first of all, I want to say thanks everybody for being so cool about that. I'm like always part of doing giveaways that gets nerve-wracking for me is I'm afraid someone's gonna win. Everyone's gonna be like, this is bullshit. So thanks to everybody for being so supportive and nice about it. That's really, really cool. That's rad, you know. I would expect nothing less from you guys because we're always awesome. But yeah, you know, we appreciate it. You guys are great. Exactly, Sam. Sometimes that's how it goes. People are like shenanigans. But yeah, as always, we're gonna kind of wrap it up here. It's 6 o'clock. And I'm gonna eat some food before I start playing on Twitch in about an hour.
That's right. You got Twitch. It's awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. That's part of why I cranked a coffee because we're gonna do some Twitch hanging out too. So again, 1 hour from now, you can join us on our Twitch channel. Moonlight, you are all over it, and we love you for it. There's the link to our Twitch. And then come hang out. I'm just gonna be leveling a Diablo character. Yeah, damageless.
Doing that barbarian grind.
I think I'm gonna maybe level my druid. We'll see, because barbarian is busted. So either we're gonna figure out how to fix my barbarian together, or we're gonna just grind dungeons and grind dungeons on druid. So I hope to see you guys there. 1 hour on Twitch. In the meantime, though, congrats to the narrator.
Congratulations.
We'll get in contact with you and get you a hoodie. And dude, Hector, I don't even know what to do. I don't even know what to do with it. That's why I gave up on my barbarian and started leveling a druid. But there you go. So 1 hour. We'll see you on Twitch, and Aussie on Twitch. Nick normally comes and hangs out a little, so Nick might see you there too.
Yep.
Thanks for hanging out with us. We love you guys. We appreciate all the support on the new song on Saying Goodbye, and we look forward to doing this a couple more times. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that we don't have to do it on a Monday again. My bad. Appreciate you guys' flexibility. We love you guys. Keep listening.
I do. We have one more requirement, though. That requirement
no.
is I'm going to need some Fs in chat, please.
Oh my God. I knew he was going to
give me some Fs in chat.
Do I have to help?
Do I have to help?
All right, guys.
Cool.
You are absolute legends. We love you all. Be safe. I'll see you in a little bit. Come hang. And we'll chat in Discord. We'll see you soon, okay? Love you guys.
Hell yeah. See you guys.
Trying to prepare wishing I could still see the world like I did as a little kid. Wide awake at 12:30 in a spell, panic settles in. Maybe I need something else that can help me forget again. I saw the blue sky fall to the ground, sit by the fire while they're burning it down. And maybe it's alright living without, but it's hard for me to picture that. So I'm always looking back, holding on to a moment in time when the whole wide world wasn't going to die. It was nice to know you. I'm saying goodbye, saying goodbye, saying goodbye. Holding on to a moment in time when the whole wide world wasn't going to die. It was nice to know you. I'm saying goodbye, saying goodbye, saying goodbye. We're just trying to have our fun in a full-blown apocalypse. Showing up to Kingdom Come with a smile and a couple gifts. Could it be that I'm just dumb, trying to run from what don't exist? I wish I could bite my tongue and be done, 'cause I'm over it. I saw the blue sky fall to the ground, sit by the fire while they're burning it down. And maybe it's alright living without, but it's hard for me to picture that. So I'm always looking back, holding